Good evening, ERN, and welcome to Division 4 Bahrain GP Round 2. You are joined with me this evening. My name is Giza, spelled with an E, not an I, and I'm also joined by Skygo Swish, who is just be back in a moment. We're just loading into the lobby. 19 drivers with one driver yet to come, hopefully joining through qualifying. We're just loading into the lobby now. Right, short quali is underway. 18 minutes for our 19 drivers at the moment. Here we go. Engines warming up. Let's see who's first out on track. And looks like GR8 is first out in the Alpha. Right, here they come. You right, mate? Yeah, feel it through the TV already. Right, they're all coming out. From what I can tell, I'm just going to go into spectator mode and get their telemetry up. Let's have their tyres on as well. Yeah, you're right. We've got Button out on mediums. It's going to be GR8 who's going to be first across the line. He's just about to come onto the back straight. So obviously I missed the last race in Australia. You were there. Anyone going to be... you're going to keep your eyes out for? Anyone that surprised you last week or you feel have got some pace around Bahrain? Oh mate, have you included your audio? Got a few comments coming in about your audio.
The one thing I forgot to do was include my damn audio. God damn it! Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I know everyone's missed my voice for that long. So it was a 28-2. I think it was the first sector for GR8. Just gonna double check that.
Yeah, if you keep an eye on sector times, I've got tyres and telemetry up on the screen for them.
Definitely. So yeah, GR8 is done a lovely lap so far. Coming there, 6, 7. They might just put a bit more fuel in the car as well, who knows?
Yeah, one thing we don't know is fuel nodes,
apparently he has invalidated. Apparently he has.
Ah.
So he might just be backing off going for another lap.
We've got Proven Light as well, just behind him in the Red Bull, currently on a
He's
lap.
Actually in, come in.
He's on low fuel
so
already.
They go stocky 27.9 on the first lap in the session. It seems like
nice.
Button might be the next car.
Straight away beaten by Stone. Let's see some times coming in now.
So we've got Button and Indy so close to each other on a lap. Indy got a 26.4, Button with a 28.4. So
lap times are going to come in thick and
Indy
fast
just timed it a bit. Maybe just Indy didn't time it well enough.
We've got Zero, our commentator, coming through in 5th at the moment.
Oh, Recoil, 26.1.
Yeah, they are pretty close on track, some of these drivers.
Yeah,
whether they're
definitely.
picking up a toe or not.
Even in the Div 2 race for us, it was very close. Qualifying was very
Yeah,
close, and then just in the race, it just seems like everything just spread out again, just a little bit.
or LH44 in the Renault starting a lap, but he's come across a lot of traffic in turn 1. He's carrying on pushing at the moment.
Might not hold them up too much.
Hindered him. No, he looked okay, he just had to navigate a few cars.
But why did it for? Yeah, that's an invalidation there.
ERN Recoil so far on top with a 26.128 on the softs. Medium
Only
runners at the moment.
700s back to Proven Light, and Proven Light definitely. That's a big improvement for Proven Light. Just loading up quickly, actually, what I'll do for you, ladies and gentlemen, is I'll just give you a rundown of the standings from last week. So obviously last week, as we can remember, it was a lovely Williams double podium with Jeff Master Slash finishing the race in first. Verstappen from 19th or 18th up to P2. It was a great drive for him, plus the fastest lap. Then we've got Jamie the Gee in third place. They've then got Fast Scoped in fourth for Alfa Romeo, being the top Alfa Romeo driver. Proven Light, P5. I think he's going to hopefully going to get in the top 3 this week. Still P5 last week, very good. Obviously Recoil had the unlucky race last week. Had a little bit of an incident with Big G, but it's just one of those things. Redman, of course, P7 on 6 points. Then we've got Stocky and Button, the 2 racing points, in 8th and 9th. We've then got GRA in last place on 10th. Obviously from this week as well, Dame will be looking to redemption. He will be looking at redemption from last week. As if people remember from the stream last week, Dame, unfortunately, to just remind them, give him these NAM flashbacks, unfortunately on the last lap, crashed out on the fast left-right. Oh, it was unfortunate scenes last week.
Yeah, that one was catching out quite a few people in all the divisions, to be fair. Not an easy corner or set of corners at all.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting tonight as well if anyone will get caught out at the curb of death.
Yeah, we did have a few in our race. I think Williams, my teammate in the Williams, and I think it was Alfa Romeo, both caught out there.
I think so, yeah. Obviously, I know I'm going to rub it in on my teammate for TIR, but Matthew lost it there. But then, of course, nearly got done for dangerously coming on track, even though he's spinning. But a different story for a different time. We're not going to go there.
No, and let's hope we don't see VSCs every 2 seconds.
Button did improve up to 27.5. So he's 4 times faster than his teammate Stocky, although Stocky looks like he's going to be coming out on the softs, and he is. So Stocky's going to be going even faster.
And I've caught our first crash on stream, Jamie the G.
Oh, Jamie the G!
On exactly the corner you're on about as well.
He's lost it on the inside as well.
Yeah, that's not a good one. I just went on board him as well. I hope that wasn't commentator's curse already.
Oh, I had that last week as well, actually. So
that's... a maximum of 13th place, but we have yet to see at least 5 drivers set a lap time.
I'm gonna lie, I've got some beautiful screenshots so far. The game does look lovely at night time. I just wish it looked as good. Indeed. I think it's just the contrast and how it's set up for the night. It looks so much better. I think in daytime, if you could just play with the contrast slightly and the brightness, the game would look stunning. But just Cody's...
It doesn't help as well. I've got a Cody's error on my screen where it's telling me I've got an Alfa Romeo setting the fastest lap time. It's just staying at the bottom. I can't get rid of it. Stone with a 1:26.3 is just stuck at the bottom of my screen. And I've tried everything to get rid of it so far. And it's not
so
going.
Obviously we've got NRC Arndt, who was potentially going to be a reserve, but now he's a full-time driver in the Mercedes now. So welcome to Arndt. I think he used to be a driver in ERN. I'm not entirely sure, so apologies if I am getting that wrong. If I am getting that wrong, I would like to clarify this is my second race commentating in here, so cut me a little bit of slack. Just a little bit. Not too much. Just checking an eye on the chat as well.
Is it Jamie the G or Jamie the G?
I think it's Jamie the G.
It's G.
I think it's...
Oh, is it?
I think it's G.
You'll have to let us know, Jamie, in the chat.
I think he let us know
Jamie
last. I'm positive he put in the chat actually after last week that me and Marcy murdered his name.
I don't want to annoy him again,
and I can't remember how he pronounced it. I feel bad.
I'm trying to remember what Macy told me.
Yeah, Arndt was in higher division, moved down.
So we've currently got
So
Whiskey
yeah, Jamie
Stone
the
on
G
a
actually
lap.
did say it is G. He's commented G, so
It
thank
is
you,
the
Jamie.
G, right.
Verstappen is in, so he is going to get off of the back row potentially. Depends. Arndt is actually 3 tenths up so far in the first sector. Keeping on board with him here, keeping it nice and tidy. As he's coming up to the double left, he's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him. I was in one of the Haas's. I'm not sure what one it is just yet. It's actually Rashi just getting out his way there, nicely done.
Rashi, yeah.
We're on board with him using
now.
a little bit of the esport lines. There's nothing wrong with doing that. He's allowed to do it. It's still within the game limits. Could be a potentially a little bit tighter in there just to get a bit of a better line, but he's went purple middle sector. Just under 6 tenths up on his own lap, which would put him on to 26.2, 26.1. It could be very, very close here. He did make a mistake on his lap. You just want to keep it nice and tidy. There you go. You want to avoid that exit curb as much as you do, though.
Yeah.
It's one of those you want to get as close to as you can. It's going to be a 26.2. Ooh.
Up to third place.
There we go. We've got 3 cars within a tenth of a second. So Pola's within a tenth. Oh, and I think that was as well. Dame improving as well. It's a 26.2.
Yeah, great lap.
So there we go. Yet again, the McLarens. Yet again, as last week, the McLarens were very, very close in qualifying. I think they were both in the top 5 actually, if I remember rightly. I'm just going to mute my mic quickly, Jezza. I'll hand it over to you quickly.
Yeah.
As Dame's actually on a lap, he's just under 2 tenths up in the first sector, it looks like. That's proven right.
Headhunter just invalidated his lap, so he's now on for a run by the looks of it. Only half ERS though, so it'd be interesting to see if he can put a competitive lap time on the new softs. And we have both Renaults yet to set a lap, but they look like they're on one now, so we'll ride on board with Shadow Wolf. Currently in 18th without a lap time. Oh, ran wide there. Not sure if he invalidated that. I'm not sure if that's a corner where it invalidates your lap. We'll find out in a second if he uses DRS, and he is, so I doubt he invalidated it. And we've got LH44 in the Renault as well. He's going to be first across the line, so let's ride on board with him. See where this lap time can put him in the standings at the moment. Up to 8th place on a 126.7. Good lap by him. Shadow Wolf has backed out, so now he is under pressure now with 6 minutes left of qualifying to get a lap time in. As well as Headhunter in the Haas. He's nearly out of ERS, but if he can get a lap time just ahead of a few people, that will at least give him a buffer zone. He's pushed on. Where's this going to put him? 11th place, 127.2. That's a good lap considering that he'd already done a lap on this set. Who else have we got yet to do? And Rashi's backed out. Fast Scope looks like he's going to be one of the next ones to cross the line. Currently in 12th place on a 127.5. And no, he's diving into the pit lane. It's pretty hard to work out at the moment who's coming into the pits because everyone's going to be pushing to get into the pits, get another set on, and get back out there with 5 minutes left of qualifying. Currently at the moment, only 2 drivers set a lap time on the mediums. ERN Big G in 10th on the mediums. Great lap time by him. And we've got Rashi down in 16th on a 128 dead on the mediums. And he's still out there on the mediums. Everybody else pretty much has come into the pit lane. Rashi's retired as well. I don't see any yellow flags, but it was out on track, so I'm curious to know where that was. Right, let's have a look. Is it that corner again? I don't see any cars there. Okay, I'm curious on that one. And Verstappen has come out as well on the mediums, so that's going to be his run on mediums. Unless he pits this lap to put softs on, he won't have time, so interesting to see where he can get himself up to. Fast Scope's currently got 3 laps on his set of tyres. Interesting. ERN Big G's retired on the mediums. I wonder where these retirements are coming from actually. I don't see any yellows, but they weren't in the pits on my screen, so I'm curious. Curious to know where they are. Anyway, as it stands at the moment, Proven Light on a 125.7 currently has pole position, provisional pole. He's still in the pit lane. We're going to ride back on board with Verstappen at the moment. On a mediums, hasn't set a lap time yet, joined late into qualifying. Lock up into the right-hander. Slightly missed the apex, but still looks like a good lap. Another lock up, but hit the apex. Nice run out, DRS open. Using as much of the track as he
P3,
can.
well done.
Yep, we're just on board with Verstappen at the moment on the mediums. That's what he's going to be setting his best time on.
I'll be his only lap as well, unless he... Yeah, it's his only lap. He's not going to have enough time to get out and in.
No, he's
Wispy Stone will just make it because he's just got in the pits. Even then, he might just miss it.
Let's see what Verstappen can do. Using every inch of the track available to him. It's been pretty tidy lap by him.
Oh,
now
he's
diving straight into the pit lane.
Ooh.
Yeah, violent, but right, okay. Trying to see who else we've got on a lap at the moment. Most people on out lap, so this is going to be a crazy end. I think Flash and the Williams is on a lap in 10th at the moment. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's 4 tenths up.
Very nice.
So Big G has retired actually, so Big G will be starting outside the top 10.
Let's see what lap time Flash can do in the Williams. Moves himself up one place into 9th.
If you're able to pop the full track map on.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Yeah, it should just be the very bottom one. There you go.
Yep, that's on now. I'm having a few weird little...
It's all good, don't worry about it.
Sort of closes telemetry for a second, then pops it back up. But at least the fastest lap time's gone at the bottom finally.
So Wispy hasn't came out, so Wispy's done for qualifying. Oh no, wait, he's came out now. Yeah, he's not going to get a lap out.
No, he's not. So at the moment...
So speaking of actually Proven Light, that Stocky's on the end of his lap. He's 2.5 tenths up at the last corner. Looks like he turned in a bit too early at the start, coming across the line. Is it going to be faster? 25.9. He's beaten Wispy. He's got on the front row.
Nice lap time by the Racing Point.
Now see, it's going to be Proven first, then it's going to be Recoil across the lines at the end, so let's check the sector 1 splits. Is Light up at all? He's 2.5 tenths down. Recoil's went purple first sector. 27.6
yeah,
first sector.
He's currently on a great lap at the moment. We're riding on board with him now. Hitting every apex. Got a bit of traffic in front of him, but it looks like they're on fast laps.
I don't know what Verstappen's doing here. He's right in front of Fast Scope, and Fast Scope, yep, he's just got out of the way in time.
Shadow Wolf hasn't set a lap time and retired, so he's not going any more than
so
19.
LH has went a 10th up as well. Dame's still a 10th up.
Oh, we got a Red Bull off.
Dame's went P4. He's out qualified his teammate. Recoil 4 tenths up. 4 tenths up.
I'm going to stay on board with ERN Recoil here because he is on a great lap at the
moment.
He's
got to nail it here. If he nails it, it might just be pole position.
It's a tidy exit.
You're going to be coming across the line. Is it going to be?
Oh yes!
Just.
That is
not
very
even
close.
Half a second. Not even half a second. Proven Light doesn't have an answer. Stocky doesn't have an answer.
Let's see what NRC can do in the Mercedes.
NRC, where is it? He's a 10th up. He's a 10th up. Could get him on that P3. P4?
Oh, P4.
P4, well done. Well done. Matthew's first comment says Recoil for Div 3.
That is a
Oh, well,
close
unlucky
top
Andy.
two.
Just if you just remember to clip everything. Actually, just for all drivers, please remember to clip everything at all times. I mean, we did say it's going to be a close quali. 27.7s for the front two. Then we've got a 27.9 up to a 27.2 from P3 to P7. Indy's just back a little bit, 27.4. So I mean, we were right. It is close. It definitely is close.
Yeah,
This could be
exactly.
this could be a great race.
Some really competitive lap times there from everyone as well. We didn't see the best of Jamie the G. Unfortunately, he crashed out early in the session. I'm sure he would have improved.
Of course, as well. Big talking point, Verstappen starting last.
Yes, that is going to be interesting. One of the quicker lads in
Had a
Division
great
4.
drive last week, Australia. What's it going to be this week? Is he going to get on the front
Maybe
row?
he's maybe he's doing it on purpose.
Potentially.
Maybe he just
Obviously, Shadow Wolf as
likes
well
the
didn't set a
overtaking.
lap time.
No, very interesting actually.
Did Shadow
So
Wolf?
as
I
it
think
stands,
Shadow Wolf
ERN
potentially might just
Rico
got in
on pole
validations.
in the McLaren with a
Yeah, he got 3 in validations.
125.7, Proven Light second, and VRF1 Stocky in third.
Stocky will be proud of
And
that. Stocky will be happy with that, definitely. Had a bit of a rough
top
race
10.
in Australia. Was up there in race pace,
Yeah,
but then
that's
just had some
true.
unlucky incidents.
And top 10 covered by 8.5 tenths.
There you
Really
go.
competitive first top 10. Bit of a jump from 10th to 11th, but
Mhm.
top 10 looking really competitive there. I'm
Definitely.
sure we didn't see the best of everyone there though.
No, it seems like Recoil's lap was very, very good. I think it just depends, honestly. Honestly, just depends. Even though qualifying was close, Jezza, you got any predictions at all for this race?
Right, so we have our 5-minute break at the moment, just the drivers just have a quick cuppa, get a few strategies on, see their tyre choices.
That'll be interesting. I'm pretty sure what the top ten are all on softs, so they could
Yes,
still one stop it. They can go the soft hards or the soft mediums.
I can
It
vouch for the
does
hards
depend.
being an absolute handful at the start. They did not work well for me in the Div 2 race. It took about 10 laps for me even to get comfortable on them.
The Div 2 race for me, the soft mediums went very, very well. Unfortunately, Cody's being Cody's, some game issues and that, and then just Cody's, you're brilliant.
Yeah,
I love you, I actually hate you. It's fine.
I'm getting all my bad luck out the way early.
I
Best to
mean,
do
I'd
that.
like to say get bad luck out the way early, but honestly, probably not. Oh, so actually, guys in the chat, have you got any predictions for the race? I didn't actually get your
Yeah, let's hear
predictions,
your
Jezza.
predictions.
What's
Your
your
top 3
predictions?
predictions.
Ooh, okay. I feel like the McLaren boys have got a point to prove from last week. They both had pace and just didn't get the finishing positions they deserve. So I'm going to go with Recoil for the win.
Okay.
I'm going to go Arndt second, and then I'm going to go with Dame on third or Stocky. So it could be Dame slash Stocky on the third spot.
What are you thinking on Verstappen? I'm going to go bold and say a top 5.
I was thinking
I
P5. I was thinking
Yeah,
P5. Depends on
he's my
strategy.
out of
If
the
there's a
box
safety
one.
car as well. If there's a safety car, I feel like it could slingshot him right forward.
That's very true.
There we go. We've got Indy. He's got Proven first, Recoil second, himself third. Eighth to third. It'll be a very good race for you, Indy. So best of luck.
I think those
Massey,
top 2 are
yep,
going
that
to
is
be
true. Big
very
G did do a
close.
good lap on the mediums. Unfortunately, he's starting P13. Obviously, didn't get the fastest of this outside of the top 10, but still, he did do a good lap. Did do a good lap. Massey did put Recoil, Big G, and Dame just for Big G's good pace on the mediums. Now, Big G did have some good pace in our practice a little bit earlier, so definitely that could be one to watch out for.
Dame does look like he's got a point to prove at the moment. That was a strong
I feel
qualifying
like I
from
feel like
him.
there's going to be a lot of drivers tonight just having points to prove. Obviously, we can't forget as well though last week's winner, Jeff Master Flash. We can't
Yeah,
forget
that's
the winner
very
from
true.
last week. I think I
Oh,
can't
we've
remember where
got
he started
someone
last week,
left.
but he started in towards the back end of the top 10, if I remember rightly from last week, and he got the win. So like anything can still happen. Anything can happen in this.
Those Division Australia races were crazy for a
Hmm
track that doesn't
Oh, yeah, oh yeah.
normally produce
for a track that's
overtaking.
boring in real life, it produces a banger of a race on the F1 games.
Right, a couple of minutes and we will be on the formation lap. I'm actually interested, a couple of people in the chats who have been putting a lot of practice in. Headhunter, I'm looking to see, hopefully he has a great race. And also Jamie the G. I've seen them on practicing quite a bit. So hoping they have a good race and incident free.
Of course, Jamie the G. I did have the unfortunate and unlucky qualifying.
Yeah,
Could just
he's
depend.
definitely got
I think Redmond's had an
more pace than
unlucky
that.
qualifying, and Rashi. Redmond and Rashi, 16th and 17th. Not in that particular order.
Yeah, interesting to see where Shadow Wolf as well from back on the grid's going to come up as well.
Mm.
I think he's on the last row, so he's definitely got more pace than that.
Definitely. Well, Indy just commented saying feels like if he gets a podium, might be able to get him a full-time seat. Potentially, yeah, could potentially get a full-time seat. I think as well, I'm not going to say off his sheer confidence, but I think as well what will go a long way with people's racecraft. If you're still able to finish top 10 no matter what, but you give people a good race side by side and you're not giving any contact, I feel like they'll want that more than what they'd be like, oh, he's getting top threes. Like, nah.
Yeah, racecraft always shines above pace just for sheer respect, and at the end of the day, you don't want everyone taking each other out.
I was just saying that racecraft wise, I hope it's going to be a clean turn one, a clean first lap.
So far in the divisions, it's actually been very well behaved. I have to admit. I mean, in our Div 2 race, I don't think we had anyone at all.
Session starts in 25 seconds.
Yep, and we shall find out what tyres 11th place backwards are on. I'll have them straight up on the screen. Needless to say, it's a dry race. What else would you expect in the middle of the desert?
I was expecting either some snow, or why not actually have just a desert storm halfway through the race? We get some sand on the track.
That would be interesting. That would be crazy. Right, let's have... let's get the tyres up. Oh, we've got quite a few on hards. Fast scoped in 11th on hards. We've got Reedman, Jamie and Verstappen on hards. Top 10 all on softs, obviously, because what they qualified on, and then the rest on mediums. So we've got a little... I'm interested now in fast scoped in 11th on those hards. Can he keep the medium runners behind him?
It's Redmond, not Reedman.
Redman, okay.
Oh
yeah, the number 3. Get the numbers catching me out on his name there. So, predicted pit stop strategies. Interesting to see if anyone can get a 2-stop out of it, or whether we have a few 3 stops.
This is still interesting. Recoil is a bit far ahead. Verstappen's only just out of turn 4.
Yeah, there's quite a big gap after Headhunter.
A bit of a gap, yeah. Could potentially come back to haunt the the front runners. Obviously, they will bunch up at the very end. However, it could come back to haunt slightly.
Yeah, the last thing you want is cold tyres into turn 1, especially if you're using no traction, which I'm actually sure a few of these guys are. I'm actually very impressed so far with some of the assist users on this. I've seen quite a few of them not using ABS, etc.
I feel like as well, the main one will be the cold rears. If you don't even have proper temperature in the rears, you will pay for it on the start. You will drop a position no matter what.
Oh, we got 2 just tapping each other there.
Bunch of it is bound to happen from time to time.
Indian LH. I just can't see who LH44 if he supports anyone in Formula 1. I just
I wonder. You know what? I bet he's put 4-4.
He must be a Bottas fan.
No, I think he's a Lando Norris fan, but he just put 4 twice by accident.
Ah, good. GR8's back in the lobby. He is on... Yeah, his car is on track. Good. Right, here we go. There is actually... They are going to be sat there for a good 20 seconds, I reckon. Recoil improving. They're not even into the final corner yet. These hard runners will definitely want to make sure they've got some temperature in those rears.
Definitely, even still with the hards being up to temperature, it could still potentially take a little bit longer for the softs, for the hards to even still fully kick in. You could have the temp, but they're still not like rubbed in slightly. Massey did put in a fast scope, can have a good first lap, then he's in a great position. Potentially it.
Codemasters has not given me a good start here. Come on, change the
Have we
angle.
got 1, 2,
yes, got it.
3, 4 lights, 5 lights.
5 lights.
And we're away
and
at
we're
Bahrain.
off.
Looks like
Good
Stocky
start
got
by
a great
Recoil.
start.
So
Saying
far,
that, maybe
so good.
not.
As they come
He's dropped back
down
slightly.
to turn 1. All looking clean into turn 1 so far.
Oh, scope with a little
Very
bit of a
well
wiggle.
behaved.
That's helping Recoil so much get a lovely gap.
We've got somebody in AI, but as it stands, Recoil got a fantastic start. Already a second gap
Verstappen's fallen
proven
back
light.
slightly, unless he's taking it easy.
He has. We've got a few position changes, but up front, it's status quo. Oh,
We've
we've
got
got yellow flags.
sector 2. Oh, there's been a bit of a collision perhaps between Shadow and Wolf.
Button's had an awful start. Redmond's already got
Button
a
unlucky,
multiple warning penalty. Shadow, Wolf and Verstappen pretty much at the back still, but they're going to be taking some time to get those tyres warmed up.
Oh, Verstappen round it outside of at Curie. GR8's apparently so Verstappen's in AI mode apparently.
Yeah, we've got GR8 in ghost mode at the moment. Reedman just checking, he had multiple warnings, he hasn't got any damage on his car.
Look at the end of the first lap though, Recoil's just about broke the DRS, which is so important here. If you can break the DRS, that's going to be so much, just so good for him. Saying it though, that's well spotted by Mashi. Rashi from 16th up to 10th, potentially being helped
Great
a
start
little
by
bit.
him.
DRS is
what's
enabled.
happened have we got our first retirement? GR8 is in the gravel at the final corner. Not quite sure what's going on there. Verstappen in the pits. I'm trying to work out what's going on. Jamie the...
Not entirely
no,
sure.
it's Flash.
The timings will fix itself.
Flash has had a spin. Yeah, I was just trying to work that out.
Oh,
things have gone a bit crazy, but Jamie the Flash. Jaffmaster the Flash.
Jamie the Flash, you know what? Yeah, you know what? We're going to mix
I'm mixing them two up then.
From Jamie the G. Actually, saying this, though, looks like Recoil's made a mistake somewhere, proving lights are right back in. So we've got a three-way battle for the lead here, just separated by a second. Wispy Stone is within 4/10 as well. So we've got a four-way battle for the lead now.
My timing's all over the place, mate, so I'm going to have to throw it to you on timings because
No,
I've got
no
the
worries.
staff at the moment
Still got
leading.
Verstappen up, but then from the bottom of it, the rest of it's fine.
As you say, Proven Light is right on the back of Recoil still. Stocky right behind them too. Oh, Recoil got a bad exit on that corner.
I don't know what's going
Proven
on with
Light
GR8's
is
car.
right behind him. No, I'm just trying to keep an eye on that. He's going very slow around the track. Yellow flags are
I think he
out.
might be in control now.
I think Proven Light might have a chance here. He's only 3/10
No,
behind.
no, he's not fully tucked in. Saying it though, Wispy Stone with Stocky, Wispy Stone with Stocky.
He
Wispy
is, he's making the move.
Stone's looking up the inside.
No,
He's
backed out.
backed out.
Top 4 breaking away from 5th onwards at the moment. DRS obviously
Andy's
enabled
got up
this
to
lap.
P5. Well done, Andy. Well done. Oh, and
Vasco's
GR8's
dropped
left the
back 2
session.
places
I don't
on
know if
those
he's lagged
hards.
back out there. I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. But at the moment, hard runner Jamie the G is up to 11th place.
Oh,
on those
Recoil's
hards.
going to
Great
bit
start.
wide again. He's going to bring Proven Light right back in. The gap's just over. It's just around about 0.38 of a tenth. Just a 4/10 of a second. It just depends. Seems like recoil was just driving it a little bit too hard, which is the one thing you don't want to do here in the race. It's the crucial thing with this track. Your race pace and your qualifying pace is completely different in how you drive this. You've got to keep it nice and smooth here in the race, where in qualifying you want to attack every single apex and exit. Do that in the race pace, you're going to cook those tyres. Just seems like
at the
that
moment,
potentially proven is just smooth into the corner entries and exits. Could potentially get, we'll have DRS down this right here, could we get a pass to the lead?
He's got a lot more ERS at the moment, another 10-15% on recoil.
So recoils went defensive early.
Ah, they're on the same now.
Let's see, is he going to go for it, round it outside at turn 1?
This would be a bold move if he can pull this one off.
Oh, no, you should get him into turn 3 if he's got a good exit.
He's got a good exit. Recoil just gave him a little bit of the track just to show that he wasn't going to let him past.
Nicely defended there by Recoil, nicely defended there. Can't fault that one bit there, good defending, that's how you want to do it.
No, that was perfect into turn 1. Covered the inside line.
Got the exit out of 2, what you need.
Fast scoped and button here.
Oh, Verstappen there, one of the fastest laps so far on a 30.3. Let's see, there we've got the looks like Proven's falling back slightly, and we've got Stocky all over the rear.
Yeah, we've got.
Of course, when it comes to these trains here, this is the most frustrating part of being in the middle of the train. You know you can get moves done at times, but just obviously with the DRS and the ERS, just there's not much you can do. It's just more of the case of just you've got to pounce once someone makes a big mistake, and you know you can get by.
Got 11th to 15th at the moment, covered by half a second. They're all over each other.
Oh, saying that, Jeff Master Flash looks like he's all over the back of Shadow Wolf. We've got a cheeky, we've got a nice battle here. Oh, we've got Rashi, Redman and Fast Scoped. Saying that quick,
here we go,
looks like
Proven Lights. He's going around the long way again.
A bit cheeky.
Oh, he is going to try and hold the lead. Oh,
Recoil's got a nice break. It's going to be close for turn 2. Oh! Who's got the DRS?
Fantastic racing
Recoil's
between
got
the
DRS.
two.
Recoil's got the DRS.
Oh no,
there's
contact!
Oh!
That's
not what you want.
That is unfortunate.
Wispy's
I think there
up
could
to
have been
P2
a bit
now.
more,
Wispy got by Stocky as well.
bit more space left there.
Yeah, could have left
I'm
a
trying to
little bit
see.
more space.
I think Proven Light's got end plate damage. Oh no, he might not. Hard to tell from this angle. No, he's got both end plates still intact, so he could still be in this.
So we've got still the battle with Redman and Button here. Obviously, Redman's on the hards, we've got Button on the softs. He's got a nice little cheeky truly train of 3 drivers behind him, Redman.
He does indeed. He is currently the bottle.
Oh, Redman's went wide on the hairpin. So Button, or is that no, Mr. Scotty Boy, will have
no, he managed to keep it. He managed to get some good traction off there somehow.
Not when I've lost all intervals apparently.
Rashi's dropped down pretty quickly. He was up in 11th at one point, now he's 16th.
Times. Fantastic.
Yeah, same here, mate. I haven't had them for a bit.
Mine's have just went, god damn it.
Oh no, they're coming back.
So
Recoil leads on lap 6 ahead of Wispy Stone.
Oh yeah,
7/10.
I say that mine's is back. Oh, we've got Arndt and Dane.
Stocky's still right behind them. Proven Light, even though he had half a spin, he's right back up there and he's 7/10 behind Stocky.
You just got to wonder how's the tyres for Proven now. Yep, Jamie is on 7th on the hard. Oh, there we go, that's Dame getting overtaken by Arndt. Nice overtake. Is Dame going to get one to switch back? No, he's not gonna. Apparently we've got a yellow flag. Oh, I think Redman's lost the back end.
I think he has.
I don't know what's happened there. He's got some. Oh no, he doesn't have damage. That's all good.
He's not.
He doesn't
have
damage.
But
whew.
That's not what he needs on those tyres on the hards. Rashi's must have had damage. Rashi's been into the pits. Yeah.
Yeah, Rashi's went on the hards, or it could just be a strategy call. Might just want to get in the clean air.
Had a shocker of a race so far. At the moment, started 19th, currently 19th still, and only just coming on to start.
So Recoil still hasn't been able to pull away from the front 4. Proven's still there in P4 lurking. No, you'll probably have
Proven
a
is
little
going
bit
to want that place
you'll
back
have
now.
some steam from coming out from under the visor, definitely. Just depends, is it going to be all clean here? Is it going to be gentlemen
I'm happy that
drivers, or is
Proven's
this going to
not
go
got any
back
damage.
is it going to go to a wreck fest perhaps? So Wispy's pitting. Wispy's the first to pit of the front four. Has he got it slowed down in time? Yes, he has. This will be interesting. Is Wispy going to go on the mediums, or is he going to go on the hards?
That's quite a long distance on the mediums. He's going mediums.
So he's going to go for the two-stop. Then
Very nicely done.
With Wispy pitting, this does give Stocky a chance to have a crack at recoil now. Seems like they're going, oh, you know what, after you have a go now. I've tried him for a bit, I can't get past him, you try it now. Still,
ERN Big G on the mediums looking strong.
Big G, like what Massey said, shout out Massey.
Yeah, Jamie's doing
Jamie
absolutely fantastic at the moment. Got yellows out again. No one's changed position, so I'm not sure what that was for.
So actually we've got Button and Jeff Masterflash.
Oh, just so I say that, commentator's curse. Jamie's just been given a 3-second penalty. But he is right behind Zero.
Yeah, I think Dame's tyres are just starting to go off.
Yeah, I think he's definitely struggling now. It'll be interesting to see if any of the top 4 come into the pits this lap. A few more penalties starting to creep in now. There are a few places on this track where it's pretty easy to run wide. Proven still right there. So he's going to be hungry to get recoil.
Recoil struggling on the turn and get it slowed down. Recoil going to pit.
Really
recoil stays out. Stocky stays out.
Proven's in.
Proven's in.
Nicely slowed down. Indian as
what's
well
Proven
in the
going to
Alpha.
He's went on the mediums as well. He's going for the two-stop. Oh, Zave's in as well. Zave's came in for a set of softs. So Zave's going to go all out here. Try and just get the lap time advantage.
That's
obviously we've got Arndt's pitting as well. Arndt's pitted for in a set of medium. So it seems like Zave could still do the two-stop. Yeah, he could still do the two-stop very easily. Don't know what Wispy didn't want. Oh, Rash is retired. It's a virtual safety car.
Right, these guys are going to have to be careful now because we saw a lot of penalties under the VSC in previous divisions.
Yeah, it's the curb of death. The curb of death for Rashi.
And he had a great start as well, Rashi.
Now this will be key. Now, can the leaders get back round in time to pit?
I don't think they are. They're only halfway around the track. That's going to be touch and go. I don't think they will, but even these guys, there's no point shouting.
Now, honestly, this helps the front two so much. Keeps the delta, keeps the gaps the way it is. They get round to the end of the lap, and Recoil could pit now and go on hards and go to the end. So could Stocky.
Exactly.
You could stay out and try and go for mediums and one stop it. You can still do that. Although you want to get to about lap 10 just to go in the mediums. Looks like they're just slowing down a bit for the delta. In fact, it's probably me. Oh, yep, there we go. That's the.
No, it's back going, and they are diving into the pits.
So Recoil's pitting as well as Stocky. So the leaders are in the pits, which is going to put Big G into the lead. It's going to be interesting here. Who's going to be the first in the pit box? It'll be Recoil first. Recoil goes on the hards, so Recoil is one stop in it, and Stocky's went on the mediums.
Interesting. Okay. Recoil going
this
different
could be
to all the others
very interesting at the end of the race. Of course, still. You've got Big G on that could be on the one stop as well. This could be Big G's time to shine.
By Big G. Yeah, he's done a great race so far. Penalties, kept it clean out of instances so far.
And of course, Wispy's jumped Recoil. Whiskey and Proven both jumped him.
They've both jumped him, yeah. So they stayed out too long.
Andy and Redman. Oh, that's going to be close. Zave's up the inside, nicely done. Now, see, Recoil's got to dispatch quickly of Redmond's car. It's on older hards. He's got to get it done ASAP.
What a time to pit for Proven Light. After being knocked down to 4th place, he's now jumped them in the pit stops. And Wispy Stones jumped them all, so he's had the best time to pit.
So Jeff Masterflash did pit for a set of hards. I think that's him off to the end as well. Obviously, he's had a bit of an unlucky
so far
race.
Down. I know he's pitted,
just
but
pitted,
he's lost quite a few places though.
So I think with that, he's a lap shy of doing a one-stop. He might be able to just get away with it, but I think honestly,
Rico's just been overtaken. Stocky's just overtaken Rico. Rico's
oh,
struggling on these new tyres at the moment.
so Stocky's mediums have turned on. Turned on faster
Yes.
than, well, I can't say that.
It's going to take a few laps, those hards. I definitely know that for a fact. The first few laps, I really struggled on them.
A little bit skippy when I'm watching it. Yeah, it's lagging for me.
Stocky up the inside of Reedman.
Redmond's went wide though. Stocky will get the drive up into turn 3. Yeah, Stocky's got the move done, but Recoil's in as well. Recoil, think about the move. Nope, he's just going to back out.
Ooh. Yeah, that was good call to back out of that one. NRC right on the back of Fast Scoped. Much newer tyres here. Surely only a matter of time.
So Zev jumped proven late as well, actually. We've caught that off timing there, so apologies. And it looks like Zev's going to be gunning for Wispy for the potential lead for so far. He's got in the DRS now.
He will have another pit stop to do,
he's
though.
got in the DRS.
So
yeah, they've all got to
pull out the time.
They've all got to pit once more compared to Recoil, which that could be Recoil saving grace. They might not want to push it too much. They might not want to take a mistake. Doesn't want to do that.
ERN's pulling out a nice lead in front at the moment.
7.2
seconds over Jamie.
Zev with the fastest lap so far, though, a 29.555. That's a Domino's special deal for tonight. Used to be the 555 deal, I think. Was it Domino's? I think it was Domino's. I don't know, someone let me know.
You got me on that one. I have no idea.
Yeah, see, that's when you somehow I can remember that, but when it comes to a uni exam, I cannot remember anything. But yeah, I can remember a 555 deal for Domino's. Shows you my priorities in life.
Indy is on an absolute charge at the moment.
He did say he wanted to go for the win and try and get a full-time drive. So far, it looks like he's been impressed with his overtakes. Look, we've got a yellow flag. That's LH, he's out! LH is out! It's a virtual safety car! Now, where is Big G? Where is Big G? Big G could pit. Big G could pit right now, put on hards to the end. He's probably
got
going
a chance there.
Now he's got the option. Does he want to pit now, go for the hards, or does he want to stay out, go for the softs? Oh, that's an odd spot for LH to lose it. And Shadow Wolf as well.
Left the session and retired.
Shadow Wolf's
just retired.
That's another nightmare race for the Renault team. Big G's in the pits.
Yeah.
Big G's in the pits.
Here we go. This is going to be interesting where he comes out.
I swear it was Domino's. Big G's went on the hard. He's going on the hard. He's going to the end of the race. That could be a race-winning decision there from Big G. Now, obviously, where's it going to come out? Field still neutralised.
in the pits as well.
Now, Indy can't get put. Oh, it's going to be close. Indy's on the inside of Wispy.
That's a cheeky move. Very nice.
Oh, nicely done.
Caught him napping there.
Nicely done.
Nice move.
And he's in provisional lead so far. Big G's jumped just behind Recoil. So technically right now he's on theoretical P2 unless they both drop back massively. That's a massive move for Big G there, massive move. Obviously we've still got Jamie the Gee to pit as well, however he wouldn't be able to pit on... In fact he would have been able to pit. He could have went on the mediums to the end.
Yeah, he's having a great race at the moment, Jamie the Gee. Currently a 5-second gap to Indy, which I'm sure will be coming down now as Indy is on an absolute push. Mind you, it's going up a little bit at the moment. Keep an eye on that. Moves further down. Verstappen and Fast Scope side by side. Oh, Verstappen around the outside. Beautiful move. Into 10th place and the points from last on the grid.
Of course, he did pit at the end of, I think it was lap 2 or lap 3, 4. 9 laps, what's that? 3, 4? Yeah. Obviously, Arntt's is up to P8. Nice done, although Big G's in the DRS of recoil.
Recoil is really not liking these hards, I don't think.
Wispy and Zave. Now Zave's went defensive there, yeah, he was going back to his race line. He's more than capable of, he's more than allowed to do that as well. He's still got a car's width gap to do it. That's fine as long as he's not moving in the braking zone, according to FIA's official rules, which I'm pretty sure is just the Verstappen rule.
Jamie is keeping that gap just under 5 seconds. That's really impressive considering Indy's on softs and Jamie's on, wow, race long hards. Keeping an eye on Big G here at the moment behind recoil.
Good look to set him up for the front stretch here. Just close him in a bit on the DRS.
Wispy Stone still right behind Indy.
Overtake now just to close in.
Improving light as well. These three are really close together still.
Also the gap's just above 4 seconds, so still it's nicely done by Jamie. Nicely done. I think he'll be looking to pit relatively soon though for Jamie. Should be pitting relatively soon.
Yeah, I would have thought 11, 12 laps for the mediums would be pretty normal.
Well, they can go from lap 10, 11 to the end of the race.
Oh, here we go. Wispy on Indy. Oh,
so
side by side.
Indy's had those couple laps of burst pace on the softs. It looks like the softs are just starting to fall off now.
I don't think that was a correct strategy move, to be honest.
However, we've got to remember, Zave is going to get an undercut on these cars.
Yeah, we'll have to see as well if a VSC or safety car helps him out. I will want to see him one of them again. These curbs seem to be taking out quite a lot of drivers.
Massey, I don't even want to mention that. I do not want to do a curse, but I'm gonna because I mean, obviously last week what happened last week when Big G was behind recoil, we had a little bit of an incident.
They're close, but not close enough at the moment. I don't think it's going to be long. He's in DRS zone. I think the next battle here is Dame on the back of Fast Scoped. He's caught him up quickly. I think Fast Scope just went deep as well. Dame now 2 tenths behind Fast Scoped. I think he might. Or is he going to wait for the straight?
Yeah, he went to the straight. Yeah, no point going for it. He just went for it. He's went for it.
Oh. The pace advantage here. I think he thought he had it, but.
Oh my god, Xavier Wispy. And he's up the inside into turn 1. Has he got the racing? He's got the line. Nope, they're side by side through 2. Now Wispy should get DRS up. No, it's Indy. This detection point makes no sense to me.
Proven light.
Oh no, that's just too deep. He's just done it in there. He's like broken himself there. That one was Proven Light's fault there, I do believe.
I think that was a bit ambitious. That's the same place as last time as well.
I think what he was looking to do was just to jump Wispy. But then I think when he's realised that just with the overspeed, he's like, oh no. Hello Stocky.
He's been tapped now by Stocky.
Yeah, a bit of a love tap, just like, you know, hey, I'm right here. Get a move on, let's go.
Yeah, stop spinning, let's go. He's right behind him now in the DRS. I have to see.
Oh, so Jamie the G still not pitted yet. Still not pitted yet.
Stocky's going for it.
Stocky's sent it and he's got it. It's Proven going to get him on a switchback though. He's got the better line. They're getting a little bit tight there. Proven's going to duck out. Obviously Wispy and Indy again. 2 tenths.
Proven Light's got a chance here because Stocky is completely out of ERS. Proven's got half a tank left. Yeah, completely. He's got 6%.
Yeah, probably get about 5 or 6% in the braking zone as well.
Oh, he didn't have a good final exit there. Stocky's just pulled out about 5 tenths.
Pitted.
Proven Light, here we go. Is he going around the... No, he's going to be inside this time.
Now, what's Indy went on? Indy's went on his mediums, so that's Indy to the rest of the race.
Nice clean move there by Proven. nicely done, showing his talent there. Got the braking point just perfect. I'm surprised Dame hasn't got past Fast Scoped. He was raw behind him for the last couple of laps.
Yeah, it could just be well defended by Fast Scope.
That's true, Fast Scope's got a lot of ERS, so I presume he's using that to defend from...
It's just GR8 getting in people's way. That's okay. Nicely done, buddy. Nicely done. I know he's had a bit of an unlucky race. Well, he has had an unlucky race just out of his own fault. But out of his own fault, out of his own hands, you know. Disconnecting him like his
Button's had a really bad race as well for his talent. He's normally a pretty quick driver, but
Stocky's up the inside, proven light. Stocky's well missed that braking zone.
Oh, proven light takes back the position, third place as at the moment.
Now, of course, with these two battling, this is going to help Westby even further, but also it is helping Recoil. Recoil's only 2 seconds back, and they're going to have to pit once more. Guys, work together.
And Big G's right behind him. Big G, who hasn't got a pit again, is right behind this trail now. At the moment, I would say Big G and Jamie are in the absolute pound seat right here. Jamie's managed to keep that gap, still 3 seconds on 16 lap old hards. Really impressive run on the hards here for him. Oh, Verstappen's in the pits again. That's mediums to the end for him. And Fast Scoped as well, onto the hards. Oh no, he's on the... Pitting on the hards, I should say, sorry. Set of mediums go on. He's going to the end. And the Mercedes in. Mediums for him. Closest battle on track at the moment. Stocky and Proven Light. And a little ding-dong battle with these two the last couple of laps. Got Indy on the charge as well. Stocky's going for it. Oh, that's close. Nice move. Nice move by Stocky there. These two are really showing their racecraft in tonight's race.
Although Westby's got within 1.7 of Jamie the G. Jamie's still
Jamie
not
the
pitted
G's
yet.
pace has started dropping off quite quickly now.
Is he going for the softs? No, he's pitting now. He's pitting now. It has to be for the mediums. Could potentially be for softs actually. Although Westby's in as well. Stocky's not in. Proven Light's by.
These guys are just changing position every couple of corners at the moment. Fantastic battle with these two.
Jamie the G's on mediums yet, and so is Westby. Thought Westby would have went a couple laps extra to go on the softs, but it might just be pitting early just to cover Zave. Now it looks like Dame and Zave. Yep, the too bad Zave's already went by. As Zave's going up the inside of Dame. Side by side into turn 2. It's going to be close, but nope, there's no contact there. No contact. Going to be side by side into turn 3 as well, though.
Indy's got the DRS though, but
but Dame's got the inside. It could be a bit mean, squeeze him out.
Oh, that is such close racing. Fantastic to watch. Oh, massive tank slapper for Dame then, but he kept it under control. Nicely
done by Dame there. Oh, but see then we've got Jamie the G.
Yeah, Jamie. Nice little cheeky move. Fantastic. Took advantage of a mistake, but he's gone deep.
Oh, I think Headhunter's lost the back end somewhere. Not sure what happened there.
Jamie went a bit deep into the corner, but kept it up nicely, recovered well, and kept the position 7th.
Jamie the G so far 11 places up. Big G 9 places up as well.
So far at the moment, Jamie is my driver of the day at the moment, just for the... He's just kept it clean, solid, really quick at the moment on this track. We got Wispy coming past Dame at the moment.
Yeah, Wispy's got to make that move ASAP.
Yeah, he's on fresh tyres like Jamie.
But he's went wide in the last corner.
That's going to leave him vulnerable. No, Dame's pitting.
Is
he going to put softs on?
So this is Jamie and Zayd battling. This is for track position.
What's he putting on? I can't see. Mediums. No one's risked the softs at the moment.
The top two side by side, not side by side, very close together. We've got recoil close
These
forward, and it's
two
Big G tucked in right behind recoil. So any mistake recoil makes, Big G could just be like, "See ya."
Jamie is right on the back of Indy now as well.
Both on
And
the
I've just
mediums
realised
as well.
he's in my team as well, Williams. Go Jamie. No, I wasn't even saying that because of that. Didn't even realise. So busy watching the teams fighting. Wispy's right behind him as well now. This is a great little battle. Can't help but think Stocky might have just lost his chance now because he's got no ERS again. And Proven Light's got 30%.
It's one of these things where on this track, if you use your ERS too early,
Very hard to get it back, really.
You can
Stocky's
make it
into the
back
pits.
pretty easy. However, it's more a case of you lose so much lap time.
Well, ERN Big G is now in 3rd place without having to pit again, right behind Recoil.
Big G up 10 places so far. Obviously, Proven Light's got to pit once more.
Going to be interesting to see whether Recoil does pit again or whether he just thinks, well, I'm in 2nd at the moment. Is it worth just staying out? Is it worth going back into all that traffic for some new tyres?
Yeah, then Proven Light's got to pit again.
Oh, Jamie! Great move past Indy, but Indy's going to have DRS.
Still going to be there. This is just another case with Dame.
Oh no, don't go triple. No, they're keeping it good. Indy's taken back the place.
Nicely done by
Jamie
Indy.
can't
This
get the traction.
is not helping Wispy though. They need to go.
Jamie and Wispy need to dispatch these two ASAP.
And same since the gaps only went down a second.
Stocky's gone on softs as well. So
obviously we've got to remember as well though, Arntt's is up to P4. Arntt's is on the 1 stop.
Yeah, I missed that. That's,
oh, we've got a yellow flag.
I think that was fast scoped. I just caught the end of that.
So obviously Arntt's will have to pit once more as well as Proven Light. But she'll pop up into provisional P3. Obviously we've got Big G right on the back of Recoil though. 6 tenths, 7 tenths.
Keep it clean, you two.
It looks like, judging it on the ERS, Big G saved a lot. Can't see it on the steering wheel or Recoil to see how much he's got. Saying that again, we've got Jamie the G and Zave. Yep, Zave's on the inside. Oh, it's a little bit. I think he's still allowed to do that.
Yeah, I think it was on the borderline, but they've kept it. Kept it reasonable. Oh, little bit of wheel banging. Jamie off the track.
A bit aggressive, perhaps, by Indy there. Obviously, got Wispy there. Wispy's just right behind him. Jamie's got it inside this time.
Finally got good view. And Indy keeps hold of the place. Status quo on these three at the moment. No positions changed, even though they've been overtaking each other. Still stand Indy, Jamie, Wispy. Indy's doing a great defensive job. I know his tyres are only 2 laps older, but still. Jamie and Wispy are right on the fresh tread at the moment. Stocky at the moment on those softs is half the time to these guys as well fighting. Only 2 seconds behind now. In a lap or two's time, he's going to be right on their tail if these lot keep fighting. They've got to get past, otherwise they're going to lose the place to Stocky easily on those softs. In fact, you can see Stocky now, only 1.8 now. Proven Light into the pits. And it's softs.
Oh, Jamie
Great
again.
stop by the Red Bull.
So Jamie and Indy, so Indy's went to the inside. In fact, he's in the middle. Now he's going towards the inside. Jamie won't get him into turn 1. If you time it right, he'll get into turn 3. Jamie's sending it.
For the move. He's
got
to get
a
this
nice
move on.
screenshot there. Oh. I think Indy should have backed out there. I think Indy should have backed out.
The corner.
Wispy's round it outside.
Wispy.
Yeah, Wispy's got it. Wispy's got it.
Yeah, Wispy's got it. He took both of them. Those two scrapping away, and they've given the place to Wispy. Indy did get a 3-second time penalty there.
Big G's in the lead! I completely missed it. Big G's in the lead.
So much fighting all the way down the grid here.
Oh,
I'm going to cut
ladies
back
and
to
gentlemen.
these two at the moment.
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I have missed that there.
great move by Big G, even though he missed it off stream. Proven Light and Verstappen, the two Red Bulls, neck and neck. And they're still going at it. Indy and Jamie. Side by side round the horrible curb. Ooh. No, Jamie's round.
Oh!
It was always going to end in tears, I think, side by side round that
corner. I think it was. Big G's defending for recoil. Obviously, Big G's got the ERS advantage. About 11% in total. Oh, recoil went a bit deep into turn 1.
Stocky now taking over Indy. He is on a charge on those softs.
Obviously, we still got Wispy P3 though. But Stocky could take P3 off him.
I think it's going to be a close fight between those two. Stocky is on an absolute charge at the moment, and Proven Light has got past Verstappen.
Of course, we've got to remember with these front two.
Little fight.
Big G's got a 3-lap advantage
Indy's
on
round.
Tyres.
Indy tried to move on Stocky and is round. I think he was getting a bit ambitious there.
Verstappen's up to P6.
And you'll never guess who's next to each other again. Indy and Jamie now.
Oh no,
back with each other pretty much. 3 seconds covering them. They've both had a little spin themselves. I'm going to keep an eye on Stocky because I think by the end of the lap he's going to be past Wispy at this pace.
Also, we've got Arntz and Jamie the G.
Let's keep an eye on both these battles, both 7/10 apart from
Big G's got a second, it looks like. He got the second gap, was it just in time? It was! Recoil does not have DRS. Now looks like he would just get DRS here or down into turn 3. However, that is big there for Big G.
I think Stocky's too far away.
What, yellow flags, what's that?
Headhunter on the curb of death.
Oh,
just missing fast scope there.
A bit of a dangerous re-entry. Of course, no contact, which was good, but just maybe just in future reference, be careful. So Jamie and Arntz, yep, that's Arntz up the inside.
Arntz up, yeah, that's a nice move by Arntz. I think Jamie, unfortunately, has got a bit in a hot flush after a few battles. It's so easy to lose your focus and just get caught up in
definitely. I feel like
in the battles.
That's the most frustrating thing with league racing, is it's so, for just racing in general, it's so easy to get caught up in the moment. You could easily be a Kyle Busch and just wreck someone deliberately.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, I say it, Kyle Busch fans. Don't at me. In fact, you know what, at me. I love an argument, Kyle Busch fans, considering he's actually got fans.
Yeah, I think Indy and Jamie's fight got so heated for those 5-6 laps, they sort of let it get the better of them there. But they're both still on track, they're both still in the points.
Yeah, again, though, we've got Big G and Recoil. Now, it just seems like Big G's getting the better exit. It looks like Recoil's attacking the entries just a bit too much.
They're both equal on ERS, both got in the 30%.
I think what Recoil might be trying to do is he might just be trying to coax Big G into using more ERS. However, it looks like Big G still got about a 8% advantage. I think my voice just
Recoil
mucked up
didn't
there.
pit then. He's
8%.
going for the end. Oh, Stocky up the inside.
Stocky, nicely done. Oh, it's a little bit of a clip there.
And that is third place for Stocky.
Now, I don't want to be this guy. However, I did say at the end of quali, my prediction, Recoil. Then who did I put for P2?
Was it proven?
But I said Recoil and Stocky, didn't I?
I remember you saying Stocky. I remember saying we both thought Verstappen
I think I said Recoil for the win.
Far away.
Yeah, Verstappen top 5. I think I did say Recoil for the win. Stocky P3. Obviously, Massey coming with a big shout out. No, Big G will be up there. Don't you disagree? You know what? You're right, Massey. You are right. So far, so good for Big G. He's having a great race. Also, the Wispy's still there as well.
Keeping him on his toes, though. Yeah. He's not letting him have this win easy.
I think I might have said Recoil, Wispy, Stocky. I think I might have.
I think Recoil might have a chance there. He's only half a second, 4/10 behind. Get a good exit out of this corner. He's going to be well within DRS. Proven Light with a penalty. That's going to hurt him. especially as he's chasing down Wispy.
Recoil. Nope, nothing yet.
Too
nothing
far
yet.
back. Yeah.
However, Recoil's got the advantage on ERS now.
Oh. Arntz is right behind Indy now. Oh, is Indy doing some of his favours? Weaving? He is indeed.
Yeah, that's more weaving there.
Oh, yeah.
That's more weaving there. You can't be doing that.
I think that's a bit of a
I'm pretty sure.
bit of a late move, to be honest.
So the way I would normally class blocking, weaving, etc., is back to the IndyCar rules, where you're allowed to. So you're allowed as a 2 moves essentially, 1 defensive move and 1 move back to the racing line, unless the driver's there. However, you are not allowed to react to the driver's attacking move. So for instance,
agreed.
if the driver feints you right, but he goes left, you can't feint right with the car then flick left to deem that to be a reaction.
It was pretty sharp as well to the left and right.
It was very
wasn't
sharp,
sort of a
yeah.
gradual one either, and it's very hard from a driver behind to react that quickly to a sharp move. Verstappen with a 3-second time penalty now.
Of course, as well though, we're going to have Jamie the G and Indy. Oh, they're within 4/10 of each other.
Yeah, that's going to get spicy,
no.
I reckon. They've both been wheel banging for a good 5 or 6 laps earlier.
No
Rico's
recoil
keeping
and
Big G honest, but he hasn't looked like he's been in a position to make a move yet. Close, but not. When you're fighting for first and second, you want to make a decisive move. You don't want any hold-heartedly.
So with Jamie and Indy, they've both got no ERS left, pretty much.
Yeah, Jamie's really low. In fact, he's actually about to hit 0, which I've never seen ever. 1%. Indy's still going.
He's
covering
still
off, even though
allowed
Jamie's
to
far
just
back.
try and potentially, break the draft a little bit. He's allowed to do
worried
that.
about a move though.
Recoil
Still
though.
quite far ahead.
Recoil's lost it. Recoil's lost it. He's lost it in the S's.
Oh, you're kidding.
He's lost it in the S's. He could still keep P2 here though. He's got to watch the rears. The rears are going to be on fire. This
is going to be very difficult for
his
him.
His rears are on fire. I repeat, his rears are on fire.
He's going to have about half a lap here where he's really vulnerable. Like you say, rears are going to be so hard.
Stocky's got the softs versus the hards as well though. Stocky can smell that P2. He can sniff it. He can taste the champagne.
He's
he can
got a
taste
penalty
the
though, so he's going to have to get past quickly and pull out 3 seconds.
Lance Stroll, Lawrence Stroll, damn it.
He's going to have to get him past him quickly though.
Oh,
yellow flags out again.
Akuri lost it off of turn 1, I think.
He has indeed. We will give him a little bit of airtime.
Stocky and Recoil here. Stocky's barely got any
But we're going to have to jump back to this.
Recoil's got 50%, near enough 60% to defend with.
17 laps on those tyres is a hell of a way to go on them as well.
He's got 1 lap left. No, 2 laps left after this. He's got
Stocky's
40% compared to 2%. Although we've got Wispy improving. Wispy improving in the background.
Oh,
Proven's
so
went
close.
for the outside. Proven's got him. What a move! What a move by Proven Light.
Great move.
What a move round the outside. Of course, with penalties as well, though, Wispy could still get on the podium. Could potentially. I'm not sure what penalties look like.
I'm just thinking this is so close between these 4.
Penalties, like just give us a little bit of a tease, like what could it be?
Yeah, it's so easy to get them. It's not really worth keeping an eye on them until the end when they cross the
Of
line.
course, Big G, he's keeping the gap there. Come on, Big G, you've had some hard luck for a long time now. Massey is right, he so deserves this after the bad luck of last
Stocky's
season.
round. Stocky lost the back end then.
That's going to prove like. No!
They're out.
No,
he's
that
out.
is
Proven
not
Light
allowed.
just got slammed
No.
into the wall.
No! I will clip
not
that.
what we want to
I will
see.
clip that. But we do not want to see that, ladies and gentlemen. That's not what we'd like to see here in ERN.
I don't think it was intentional. I generally think he lost the back end, but it was Proven that got smashed into the wall.
When I jumped on board, it looked like he had regained control and just went to defend. I'm not sure, honestly. I didn't get the full look of it. All I got was just the end
until we have
result.
seen the clip. But this has given Wispy a chance of P3. I am actually heart gutted for Proven there. That's
Wispy's up the
literally
inside.
the last line.
Verstappen gives my top 5 though, potentially.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh
Oh
Stocky's
no,
off.
guys!
Stocky's Grosjeaned it. He's literally Grosjeaned it.
Wispy tagged the back of him as well. Stocky, you've got. I don't know what you're doing. He could rejoin and get points here pretty easily, but he's not looking like he's going to bother. Disqualified. Yeah. Verstappen now
he could have
20th
moved the
to
car,
P4.
but I'm not sure.
He could have gone for points still. I think he was just.
Yeah, Verstappen
angry.
P4. Of course, they're going to go back on the race leader, Big G, who honestly, this has to be driver of the day.
What a drive!
Has to be driver of the day.
Where did he qualify?
Qualified P13 from P13
yeah, up 12
on
places,
a one stop.
and Verstappen up 16.
Verstappen 16, Jamie up 12 as well.
Jamie back up to 6th place after those sort of instances.
Of course, as Massey was saying, Big G's had some hard luck last season. He's not had a lot of luck in this game. However, it doesn't matter tonight. As in the desert in Bahrain, Big G wins.
Fantastic drive for
He's
Big
going
G.
to be over the moon.
And how did Recoil keep P2?
Happy. Congratulations. Obviously, Recoil didn't get the win.
Drive.
However, he's got P2. And who's got P3? Wispy's got P3. Wispy's got P3.
What a top 3. I thoroughly think they deserve that.
Oh, that
Verstappen
was
P4.
well done. Well in.
NRC Ants P5. Jamie
Zave
P6.
gets P7 on his first race.
P7.
Well done, Indy. Well done. Jeff Master Flash comes back from the back of the grid up to P8. He'll be happy with that. He's improved on his starting position. Well done.
Oh, Dame
P9.
up to 9th.
He's going to be. I think he's going to be a bit disappointed in that. Obviously from starting P6. However,
it's still points on the board, though, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to invite the drivers into the party.
Redmond follows up the points in 10th. Fast Scoped 11th, exactly where he qualified. Hunter up to 12th. Button 13th. Artura 14th and GR8 15th, but I don't think he was ever in the race.
No, he was in for a bit, and from what it seems like he was just.
Oh, he's saying it kicked him out 3 times. Yeah, disconnecting in and out. But what a race by those top 3.
Speaking of the race there, guys, just make sure you have got your notifications. Well, Big G, make sure you've got that ticked on as we're just waiting on the
audio.
Yeah. Checked it. Yes.
As you can hear him there, he's shouting yes in the party. You could hear the elation in his voice.
I'll tell you what, I've only been racing.
Big G, it's been a while since you've had some luck. How does it feel?
Oh, mate, amazing. If I'm honest, I've only been racing on Xbox for like 10 months, and this is my first official win. So I am absolutely ecstatic, mate. I went for the medium hard strategy that Massey went for last night, and it just worked, man. The mediums and the hards just worked so well for me, you know. And then I had a good battle recall, but I just stayed in his DRS for as long as I could, because I just knew his tyres would go eventually. And then the mistake came, and I got to pick up the piece at the end.
Oh, definitely. As you were saying, second in behind Recoils, we were waiting for to have been about 8-9 laps, something like that. It was a long time. Was there any point thinking, I'll just get a bit aggressive here? Or are you more just keep this cautious until the end?
Yeah, not after last week in Australia when I had a bit of an accident with recall. I thought I'd just stay behind him, and I've been pretty happy with second, if I was honest. And the problem is the DRS around the main straight. If I got in front of him, he'd probably get back in front of me again. I didn't want that to and throwing too much. I just wanted to try and save him the tyres, and then I did get in front of him when he made a mistake at the hairpin, I think, on the left-hander before the straight. He made a mistake there, and I got in front of him, and then and then I just tried to keep him outside DRS, but it's so hard, he's so quick. And it was good fun. I really enjoyed it. A great battle.
Definitely, obviously, unfortunately, I think we did miss it on stream. We were preoccupied with other battles, but I did obviously pick up on it. Oh wait, Big G's ahead! Oh my god! Obviously, the peer reviews will be glad that it was nice and clean tonight. There was none of the antics back from Australia. So obviously, Jez, have you got anything else you want to say to Big G?
Yeah, congratulations to start of all. That is a fantastic race you did there, and making up a lot of positions. obviously we saw at the start a lot of carnage now and then, but you managed to keep it clean and thread your way through. Did you ever think about changing your strategy, or were you pretty nailed on that?
I was 100% from before qualifying. I messaged Matty earlier just saying that it's going to be medium hards no matter what happens in quali, because I've got the same sort of time as recall in quali, but I just knew the medium hards was a better strategy for me, and I've been working with my setup this week with the medium hards, so just decided to stick with it. Unless it was a safety car, I'd never switched from it. But yeah, I had a good start really. I went from 13th to like 9th, I think, in the second, corner. So just stayed wide, stayed out the way of everybody, because I thought I knew it'd be tight on the inside, so I just stayed left and just managed to get around everybody.
And obviously the VSC came out a couple of times, and I can't remember. Did you pit under the VSC?
Yeah,
it was just missed it.
13 on the VSC.
The second one.
The second one, the VSC.
Was that the plan to pit that early, or was it just more like the VSC's out? I may as well go for it.
That's
taking that
opportunity. I was going to go another lap, because I was pushing quite hard, so I was going to go another lap. But yeah, when the VSC came out, I just thought free pit stop really, well, nearly free pit stop, and just came out behind recall, literally about half a second behind.
Well, congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
Thoroughly deserved. You haven't had the best of luck,
No.
but tonight it all went your way, and you put in a fantastic performance.
Thank you.
Moving on to you, Recall.
Oh,
Obviously, you're going to be a bit disappointed not to get that extra position, but second place, solid points. Are you happy with that, or are you a bit gutted?
I'm 50-50 a bit of both, to be honest, because the first mistake I did was all down to me not braking at the right time into the hairpin, and I knew he was going to get me there. And once that was done, I just tried to stay in this DRS, not use too much DRS, but it just wasn't working. And then, like maybe 3 laps before the end, I overrun a curb, and that was it. I completely spun it. My plan was to attack on lap 28, disable my ERS, because he was having to use quite a lot of his, I think, to try and get out of the window. So that was my plan, but it didn't happen. The showdown didn't happen.
That mistake we saw, we just caught the end of it on the stream. Obviously, you clipping those curbs, but then you had 3 or 4 guys right behind you. Were you thinking, damn, this is where I'm losing it now?
I thought that was P5 for me, because they're all on softs, but thankfully they all crashed into each other.
Yeah, we did see Proven and Stocky into the wall, which was unfortunate, but it was a saving grace for you. But
it was.
But you still put in a fantastic performance tonight, mate, and your battles with obviously Big G were fantastic on stream.
Yeah, just trying to keep ahead of him in sector 1.
Really good.
That's where I was quicker than him, but he was quicker than me in the middle of the track. But yeah, it's such an ERS like eater, this track, to keep behind you. It's not easy.
No, it's not. And obviously, finally got some good points, like really 18 points on the board.
Yeah, I'll take
Championship hopes. Are you thinking?
Oh, I'm still going for it.
You've got the pace now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still going to try. You can't say never, but it depends how much practice I put in. That's what it comes down to.
Obviously, I mean,
I have invited Whiskey.
Yeah, I've invited him a few times as well. I'm not sure. Also, I'll just touch up there. Recoil. Obviously, pole from the first 2 races. So it's been always looking good for you in qualifying, and then it seems like in the race, just something's happened, and it's just like put you off slightly. Of course, P2 tonight, of course, as opposed to P6 from last week. So I mean, it is an improvement.
Yeah.
What were you thinking at the start of the race? It seemed like sometimes you were getting the gap from the car from Proven and that, and from the other cars behind you, and it seemed like it'd be the tightest mistake, and it'd just be a 4-way, 5-way battle again, like crazy. Like, what were you thinking in the first like 10 laps?
Yeah, I thought I was getting away nicely, but then it was just keeping on track with fuel mix, going into lean in every corner, then coming back out, and then managing all sorts of things, and it was just eventually it's just a lot to think about, and then your hands start hurting. you start sweating. And then it's just trying to battle it. I think Australia would have been a good result. And Big G mentioned he crashed into me. That would have really changed the championship table a bit if that hadn't happened.
Well, of course, obviously next week we are into the lovely Hanoi,
Vietnam.
Not fun.
To the Vietnamese Grand Prix. How are you both feeling for that?
What are your 2 thoughts on that one?
I had a disaster there on Monday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd just like to apologise to Recall for last week. Actually, I've not had a chance to speak to him directly, so I'm just sincere apology, mate. It was nothing was meant by it. So
yeah, you're lucky we did 4 race report got deleted.
So Hanoi for me is a bit of a nothing track. If I'm honest, it's probably my worst track. So we shall see next week.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, well, thank you guys for joining us. We will hear from Wispy, I'm sure, in the chats, but he hasn't been able to join us for the interviews. But congratulations to the top 3 and every one of the drivers.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic race for us both to watch.
Brilliant.
I'm sure the viewers enjoyed it.
I hope so.
And we will be back Sunday, won't we, for Division 1.
Yep.
Vietnamese Grand Prix.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Super fast.
Yeah. That's going to be spicy.
Yeah. Sunday, Div 1, and then obviously later on at night, ERN will be looking to dominate again in round 3 of the Super Cup.
Yeah, it's at Spa this time.
Yeah.